Are you dumb?
I'm getting smarter just thinking about it. Politics, sports, your mama, whatever. The Smartest Dumb People podcast cover everything. With Anthony That Dude Johnson and special guests, you're about to learn everything you need to know about everything you need to know. Man, I even had to buy a new pair of glasses after watching the show. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all do it on Facebook, Instagram. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. So stop wasting your time watching other podcasts. It's the only one you need. Y'all know what it is. It's the Smartest Dumb People. Hey, yo, what's up? Have you seen the Smartest Dumb People podcast?
You. Are you dumb?
I'm getting smarter just thinking about it. Politics, sports, your mama, whatever. The Smartest Dumb People podcast cover everything. With Anthony That Dude Johnson and special guests, you're about to learn everything you need to know about everything you need to know. Man, I even had to buy a new pair of glasses after watching the show. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all do it on Facebook, Instagram. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. So stop wasting your time watching other podcasts. It's the only one you need. Y'all know what it is. It's the Smartest Dumb People.
Yo, what's up? At the hottest podcast in the city, the Smartest Dumb People. I'm here with my nigga, That Dude Johnson. You know what I'm saying? We go way back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. Y'all tune in every week or every time. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you're supposed to do. Like, comment, share, tell your people about it. Y'all know what it is. It's the Smartest Dumb People.
See, man, when you get that type of money, he clearly sleeping with other people. So, like, this is a story.
This is the best podcast in the city.
Thank you.
I'm not pandering.
You know what I'm saying? And they take vocals and, scripting it.
That's how I'm living on Tupac.
You're a real hustler, huh? That's pretty neat. Into it.
But I also met
She they know she likes to go outside, play soccer by herself. We have
More than enough females.
make sure. I want to change it like Snoop Dogg. He's an icon in all facets of life.
The most biggest icon in the world.
But
I feel like they cheat stupid. They gonna get caught. Yeah, they cheat with their dick like we cheat with our mind. I feel like women.
not no more. But before I let you explain that, I want to show a little clip, a little
I'm on Pandora, YouTube. I'm on the students and everybody. Carl.
I'm trying to find.
It is what it is. It's fine if you bring it to Martin the Pimp. And Martin, come on, somebody.
It's so immature to me. Like, what are you really doing with life after 30?
No, there's 2 cats. No, I do the hustle anyway. There's 2 cats in high school.
This is the coldest fucking thing that's going on. Wall. These the realest niggas out
Yeah,
there.
you already know.
Like for real, like this.
God, I go off the mentality of the woman. And I know if I know my woman.
What, Yummy? Let's go.
Welcome. This is the Smartest Dumb People, and I'm the host, Anthony That Dude Johnson. And always, it's gonna be somebody at the table with me. Today we got Isaac Gibbons in the building, my brother. Welcome to the show, King. And we got Bernie the Boxer. Appreciate you for coming through, King. Look, this is the Smartest Dumb People. It's a special edition. It's Saturday. We decided to have a show because Isaac was in town and he got a new book dropping called The Mobile Home Rush. The Mobile Home Rush.
Pick that up.
So look, this is Smartest Dumb People. I need you to explain what the Mobile Home Rush is actually about.
So the Mobile Home Rush is pretty much a practical guide on how to invest in mobile homes, the ins and outs, what it takes to build those relationships with park managers, how to manage, the properties. What are you looking for when you're going in and inspecting the properties? Pretty much a good foundation on how you will become a good mobile home investor.
Well, some people don't know what mobile home means, so break it down in layman's terms.
Yeah,
trailers.
Trailers, a manufactured home, a mobile home they're just pretty much just like an automobile. The title is just like the title of a car. Mm-hmm. So it's considered, by law, it's considered a personal property. So different from a house, it's a mobile home.
So what if you purchase the home? Do you got to immediately remove it off the property, or you got to pay lot fees?
You got to pay lot fees. So my homes have all been in parks. Some people can buy homes that are already on land. The homes I've bought are already in parks, so I have to pay the lot fee.
Okay, you pay that? They don't pay that?
No, once I get somebody to move in there, they pay that. They pay the lot fee and they pay us the rent if I'm leasing it out. If I'm doing a lease to own.
What made you get into this?
My wife actually found it. She was online scrolling on Instagram. We ran into a couple. that were in Chicago, the Mobile Home Elite Investors. They were doing their thing. This was probably 2020, 21, right around COVID. And she mentioned it to me, and I was like, oh, when she first mentioned it, I'm like, oh, that sound pretty interesting, babe. But okay, it kept moving. And later on, she mentioned it again. And what happened is I lost my job, in 2021. And so when I lost my job, it really kind of just catapulted me to say, you know what, let's do it. We had took the course. We went on Instagram, paid a couple $100 for the course. It was about 8 modules. Took us about a couple days to really, based on our livelihood, to really sit down, listen, and gain everything. And again, when I lost my job, it just kind of catapulted me to jump out.
All I heard was your wife. So
Yeah.
it takes a strong woman,
Woman,
man.
yeah.
They'll fix a brother in a heartbeat. So
Yeah,
I also see that you're an investor, business coach.
Yeah.
What's a business coach?
So what I do is right now I'm offering classes on people if you want to learn how to mobile home invest. Also, I have a corporate background, so people who need help with their resumes, building their resume, or career development. I was a supervisor in a corporate office for 5 years, so I did daily coaching, meeting with my associates on performance, performance reviews, how to get from A to Z and how to hold people accountable, how to set basic goals. A lot of times people talk about things. I take action, we do it. So like the word of God say, write it down, make it plain. How do you get from A to B? Start with SMART goals, short goals, and execute. So when I say I'm a business coach, whatever your business is, I can give you those basic skills on how to get from A to B, or that career development. If you're trying to go from being an associate to a supervisor or manager, I have those skill sets to kind of help guide.
I got to say this. Y'all brothers from the streets, and this
Yes,
is
sir.
beautiful to watch. When I hear somebody talking like that
Yeah,
about
yeah,
businesses
yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that I know
Yeah.
is from the streets,
Yes, sir.
that's what this platform is about. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people that grew up in the hood, we didn't really have anything, and we had to navigate through that and find our way out, which you did, obviously. You got the mobile homes going on. Do you think that the streets helped you mold you into the person you are?
Absolutely, I love it, man. I was just thinking on my way here from Des Moines, and I kind of got teary eyed just thinking how far I come from. Like you say, coming from these streets and not having a father to show me these things, and not just what I want to show the youth is you don't just have to be a basketball player, a rapper,
Facts.
things like that. You can go to school, be that good guy, get the girls, do good in school, get you a nice good job, and grow from there. Those basic things. So us not having that and growing up in the streets, and now we here. It's all about giving back and showing the young boys in Omaha, especially, and in Atlanta, where I stay currently. It's do the right thing, man, and avoid the gang life. And go get on a straight and narrow. Find something you like to do.
Thanks.
Anything is, put
You
your
said
mind to it.
you said you was a rapper as well. Was you good at it?
Yeah.
Or
I'm
was you
still
just
nice,
rapping?
bro? I'm still nice.
Was you
Yeah.
just rapping because
Nah.
Jeezy was rapping, or
Nah,
was you actually a rapper?
Yeah, no, I got bars, bro. They know. Omaha know. Atlanta know. Yeah, I did that. And then, I accepted God in my life, and I was trying to go on another route. I was trying to, but I couldn't do gospel rap because I'm so street. I'm like, Lord, I don't know how to make corny music,
Yeah.
So then my audience was still the streets then. I was still speaking to them, but, I'm not cursing, and I got message and substance behind it. So everything I do now is always, it's substance involved, and I'm trying to give back and lift up my people. That's me. And when I was in the streets young, I was that hero. And as I've grown, it is.
I had
That's
a
right.
cat on my show called
That's
Mello.
right.
I had a cat on my show, a rapper by the name of Mello. He was on the same path, but he kind of raps like it's biblical.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the best way to go about street rap, because let's be honest, the street rap right now is really ruining the youth. And even video games. I talk about this all the time. Like, we weren't in the streets because we wanted to be. It was just the only thing we had. And a lot of these kids, they playing these video games, they listening to these songs, and they want to be an op, they want to get an op, and it's not even real. I didn't look for beef with people.
Right.
They waking up looking for somebody to have a problem with. Yeah. And I like how you was talking about how you didn't want to really go to gospel, but you wanted to have a message. But that's what we need. Yeah. We need more rappers, D1 and Kendrick Lamar and people like that. Yeah,
things like that.
Yeah, Lecrae and all of them rappers. It's not many of them. You know what I'm saying? So you might be able to step back into that lane. Age ain't got nothing to do with it, man. Trust me. Good hip hop is good hip hop.
Yes, sir. Yep, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I still got bars. I'm still nice, but I ain't been on it lately. But I find other ways to use my art. I'm an artist overall, so this is another form of my art. I wrote a book, So now I'm doing what I do best. I'm pushing it. The hustle in me. I'm gonna push any product that that we got.
I'm gonna be honest. Out of all the entrepreneurs that then came on this podcast, You one of the dopest one. You brought a little care package. You brought a sign for me to have up for when my guests come through.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You brought books. Like, it ain't many people that came through with they ducks in a row. So I do appreciate you for actually being professional, King. You came on time. He came on time. He was
I
professional.
was actually early.
Yeah,
On
very
time.
early.
On time
Very
is late
early.
for me.
And,
Time management
you
is
know,
big.
we was
And I brought a real special guest, my personal friend Bernie the Boxer.
Yeah.
This is a big deal here.
So we ain't speaking to Bernie right now because Bernie wanted to stay out the limelight, but everybody know who Bernie is. He's a staple in the community, man. Bernie's like the hood mascot to me from where I'm from. So he don't even need to be explained to who he is.
Omaha
So let's
boys.
get what you say?
Omaha boys.
Yeah, he definitely is. So let's get to this, man. I want to have some topics. We got to discuss. This is Smart as Dumb People. We always have topics on the show to discuss, to just break down what's going on in society. So I think we're going to do the first topic is, because we was talking about giving back to the community, there was this young black girl that was being, what?
Hold on, I got one question.
Yeah.
One question. How do you come up with the lot fees? How do they
okay.
determine the lot fees?
Well, that's the part, whatever, and they going up. They go up every year just so the market. They base it on the market. So it's a lot.
It's like property. Is that like a property?
No, it's just like a landlord that owns a apartment complex. Everybody pays.
But I'm saying it's like property tax.
Yeah, but it's not as high with a house because it's a mobile home. So to answer your point, in this area out here, if 2-3 bedrooms are $1,200-$1,300, well, I guess that ain't the lot. But this is kind of how they gauge it, based on the area.
So
the lot rate and the rent is different. But if 2-3 bedrooms out here are going for like $1,200-$1,300, I'm gonna say my 2-3 bedroom is worth about $1,200-$1,300. But the park itself, they go up based on the market.
So I got a trailer right now. Me and my fiance,
based on what the market is.
So I got me and my fiance got a trailer right now.
It's like property tax.
Yes,
so it's actually, you pay the lot fee, which the lot fee was around.
So you own a
$600.
mobile home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm selling one as we speak.
Perfect.
Yeah.
He could be one of the first.
Go ahead. It's nice. $90K. You go ahead and get it for a little smoother than that. You know, you my people. But it's really nice. But anyway, we decided to sell it. And it, like I said, it's up right now for like $90K. But it's really, really nice. And a lot of black people think that when you hear trailer.
Is it double wide?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when I went to Alabama, I had a family reunion. And when we went in there, I was looking like, what is this? Before we went in it. You know what I mean? Then we walked in, it just got bigger and it was nice. I was like, man, nice.
What would you do with a mobile home right now?
I live in it, make it nice.
You is humble enough to do that too. I can see you doing that.
You know, come on, man. I'm the humblest. What? Shoot,
and I would
come
say
on,
that
man.
most mobile home investors, you do see that humility too. The people we learn from, the other mobile home investors I know out in Atlanta and the ones I see in South Carolina, and I found that there is a sense of humility on them. Because if you're an arrogant person, you probably they look down like, ain't nobody gonna do it.
I don't know what the stigma of trailers is. I know what the stigma is. It was 8 Mile.
What's the 8 Mile? Yeah.
But I'm telling you, the trailer park that I lived in was extremely nice, and it was like, it felt like a gated community at one point in time. But yeah, we decided to sell the trailer. So, and
it's affordable housing at the end of the day. That's what we get out of it. It's not just about the money. We providing affordable housing. You got senior citizens and people who they can't afford to pay this, sky rent like today's market. So they can get in here. If they're buying their home, they're only paying lot rent. They're probably paying $600-$700 and then paying the utility bills. They under $1,000 and they're purchasing their home. So providing that affordable housing gives you a sense of, doing the right thing and helping people out. And that's when me and my wife, we enjoy being able to, assist and provide.
Exactly.
Do y'all ever plan on getting some out here?
Yeah, and that's why I'm here. I've been trying to. I brought my book out. I'm reaching out, letting people in Omaha know, hey, look, this is an easy trade. Get at me. I can show you. You can get a part of the coaching program, and I'm willing to guide you. Because there are going to be questions. If you read the book, it's still that fear of, what if this is how much they're gonna cost, all those questions. And that's where my coaching program, I'll sit down with you, a couple times a week, whether it's a Zoom meeting, FaceTime, whatever, and I'll walk you through it to say, hey, go out there, push you to say, go out and look at this trailer park here, walk around, go talk to the park manager and ask them, are there any homes? You gotta break those, you gotta get those cobwebs out and get out to do it. And from there, once you get in there and see like, dang, and you buy your first one and make that first turn, and you pretty much going from there like, oh, this.
Would you ever live in one? Respectfully.
I would because now I've been there, and to save for the affordable housing, I would. I'm not saying I'm going to do it now, but that could be, I could see us But my wife, she, I don't think she would want to live there. But then again, if we had a nice one, I want more ceiling. The ceilings aren't too tall. So
you live in Atlanta, so those ceilings out there is big anyway in Atlanta.
Right.
All right, y'all ready to get to the show?
Go ahead.
Let's get to the show, man. First topic will be this young lady. She was being bullied at school and being called the N-word. So a group of brothers pulled up to her house and they had a discussion with her, let her know she's beautiful, she's black. Black is beautiful. I thought it was pretty dope. Just some regular dudes coming up and talking to her. We'll be right back with y'all.
The reason we came here today is to show you that you got people that care about you, but you don't even know. You don't know me. You know any of these guys? No, complete strangers. But we love you because you are a child of God. We all made from God. So that means we are brothers and sisters under God. So you are a little sister. We have to come have your back today. But I don't have that. We ain't playing that racist stuff. Okay? You are a beautiful black queen. And they need to know that. And I bet you they know it now. When they seen us pull up to that school, they know you got some power now. Okay? They know that you got people that love you, and you got people that have your back. And they know you got the police department behind you now. So I guarantee you, people gonna leave you alone. And if something else happens, we'll come back up there. Okay? We got your back, all right?
All right, so that's the actual clip. What y'all think about that clip, man?
So we didn't see what was happening. That was the end result of what he was telling her. What exactly was
So basically, she was being bullied at school and called out her name with the N-word.
Okay.
So these brothers pulled up to let her know that she is protected, she is loved,
Okay.
she is cared about, and black is beautiful. I'll go first to make it easy for y'all.
Yeah.
I feel like personally we need more of that in the community. The problem is we got a lot of people in the community that's just creating turmoil instead of fixing the problem. Like when you go back to your hood at this point in your life, all you should be trying to tell them is to get out of this motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
Respectfully. Like, and that's what I do with my podcast. Like we was just talking about me being from Vietnam. I'm not proud of it. It's just where I'm from. But I do tell people it's not like it made me who I am, but I'm past that stage in my life. I like what you said because it's true. It really is a fraternity. But you got to get to a point in your life to where you want to see positive in the community. And all I spit is positive. I don't have no negative. I don't want to fight nobody. I don't want to threaten nobody. Brother, can I help you? If you got a problem with me, let's fix it. How can we fix it? We need more like people like that in the community. Do you ever go back to the community and help like that?
Well, I use my platform, social media, all day to do that. And I agree exactly what you're saying. We need more people teaching our youth how to use their words, how to communicate, which a lot of that starts in the home, right? We always want to result to violence and the generational curse, the anger and animosity, so we snap and we want to fight, right? I love what he's telling her. You're beautiful, you're black, you're protected, so that security, and who knows what she's going through at home, what her household is like. But I agree with you 1,000%. That's the whole reason I do what I do, because people see me and I'm like, dang, dude was really like that. He was active and really out there. Look at him now. And so that's my whole purpose.
What's your opinion, Bernie? We got to get your opinion.
My opinion.
Did you go back to the community and help, like in a community advocate way?
Yeah, I'm a advocate for nonviolence.
Yeah.
But if you cross me, I'm gonna bust your head. You understand? So I feel like Malcolm X. You understand? By any means necessary.
Is that the fighter in you?
They say no. That's the man in me. You understand? He said I don't call it. I call it self-defense. So if somebody crossing you, but I want to be respectful and I want to come at you in a positive way until something else occurs.
But if somebody cross you, is it possible to forgive? Because the point I'm trying to make is...
Yeah, I'm forgive you. I'll forgive them. But you got to get them. You got to get them.
See, that's the
no,
stigma.
You don't have to be violent.
You don't have to be violent.
So for me, one thing I learned about being in Atlanta, it's like I grew up fighting all in Omaha, right? In Atlanta, I had one fight. So it's like, God, I was here. I believe God removing me from here and down in Atlanta is like, now you're going to learn to fight with your mouth and things like that. You're going to learn to voice and hold people accountable. And a part of that is me growing. My job helped grow me. So now I know how to use my words and hold people accountable and protect myself that I bring.
So does Bernie. Bernie is one of the most popular people right now when it comes to boxing from a vocal standpoint. But you're using the platform the right way. You're not trying to, you will go talk shit to an old white man and people love it, but you ain't trying to be violent to this old white man. You understand what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with going back to the community to talk shit and give game and give advice. I'm past the if you cross me stage personally. Because like I said, I don't believe in violence. I will, like you said, I will strike violence if it came towards me, but I don't go looking for it. So, and like I said, I always try to de-escalate the situation. And like I said, I just know in our culture, culture. I can only speak for me coming from the culture. When I talk to some brothers, man, I'll be like, God damn, we broke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
sir.
even like when your mom came in and I told you, shout out to your beautiful mother. She gave me
Shout
some
out my
greens when
mom.
I was working at the UPS store. You being the man that you are now, it explains who your mother is.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that,
Like,
yeah.
of course, when you was young in the adolescence in the stage of doing street stuff, but now that mother is coming into you now.
Don't get it twisted. My mom was a firecracker too.
Okay.
And that's where I got the firecracker. But so the growth is we've all grown.
And this too, though, I feel like when you say, like, when we talk about us in the streets and that type of, I feel like we were still the upper echelon in the streets as far as the way we went about our business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We wasn't just going and just
Right.
creating havoc for nothing.
Yeah.
You feel
We
me?
still had
Like I
set
say,
morals
it was a fraternity. So we together on this side,
Yeah.
and we not looking for trouble. You know what I mean? But if it came with us, we handle it. So I feel like, you know, like I say, Dirty is. He's the type of guy just like me. He's a one-on-one type of guy. He's a guy that face you. He don't need no army with him.
Yeah, facts.
You understand? So when I'm talking about when we talking about how Dirty, like how he move right now, he move in integrity. He always move in integrity. You know what I'm saying? In the streets already. You know, as a young man, period. Before he even thought about being in the streets, I'm sure he moved with integrity. You know, when I met him, it was integrity. Feel me? So I feel like, you know, that's what it is. You
But
know,
I feel like the scars you took, Birdie, I can speak for you. The scars you took, now it's time for you to give back with your words. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck violence ever at this point. Like, I'm Bernie. I used to beat people up. I'm a boxer.
Yeah.
I'm an ex-gay.
No, I don't believe in that. I do, but I swear, I will hurt you. I will do something to you, bro. I'm not playing.
No,
You don't have to.
But is
know,
that the fighter in you, or is that the hood in you?
I guess it's the fighter in me.
I think
I
it's
ain't
the
taking
fighter
no
in you.
stuff in from nobody.
Yeah.
You got to get them. Whether it words, you got to put people in their place. You can't just
Well,
keep being passive
And
all
I'll
the
say
time.
this, knowing
And
my
you-
one of
And
my
straighten
best
them out
friends,
is all right.
Your trauma got a Bernie was a smaller.
I was about to say,
up.
Birdie got that
he
little
had
man
cat-
complex
he-
too,
I
though.
mean,
But
he had people picking on him, so he had to. I can't relate to that. You know, I have certain people, but I had a size, and I got older and realized that complexes do exist. So Bernie always had to
Show
and
him
he
motherfucker,
always
you don't play
stood
that.
on
Yeah, stood
and so
on
a
it.
lot of. More people, smaller men can relate because that's what they go through. I
A
mean,
pause,
no
man,
disrespect.
pause.
That's not
Pause,
true.
bro.
That's
Put a
not
pause on the
true.
smaller man.
That's not
Pause.
true.
Expound. How
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in
You don't
that.
believe smaller
And I'm
men?
not
Why
trying to
would
get off the
why
topic.
would
Hold
you
up.
so
I'm
defensive
just saying,
and feisty growing up, JB?
just because I ain't taking, just in my mind, I ain't taking nothing from nobody. Don't matter. I just came up in my household like that. I took a lot from my grandmother, from my mother, so I'm not taking nothing. If you
And I'm
cross
not
me,
taking it either.
if
but
you cross me, I'm gonna let you know about it. However it is, if I gotta put you in your place, if I gotta.
I mean,
go
but you
upside
gotta
your head.
admit that you being a professional boxer do help that.
Yeah,
Confidence.
because it makes.
Because I'm telling you, this
because I
man
can
been
fight,
knocking people
period.
out since junior high. For
Yeah,
real,
but
for
it kept him at bay too. Just my reputation and the help that I had.
but that's all part of the streets, right?
yeah.
That was our thing. That was
Yeah.
our sport. So
Yeah.
not that we started it, but we was outside. So if people wanted it, we gave them what they was looking for.
I mean, you wasn't a
Yeah.
little dude. Like I said, I
Yeah.
seen you in the streets before. I thought you was Carl Tibbs' brother at one point in time,
Yeah.
too. You look like Carl Tibbs. You know Carl Tibbs?
Yeah, I know Carl.
Yeah, I thought he was his little brother or
Shout
something.
out to Carl.
Exactly.
I don't know him, but I know of him. Like,
Yeah. Let's get to the next topic. So it's kind of tailored to what Bernie is already talking about, so we might as well segue. Bernie was saying that if you cross me, I'm gonna take it there. Well, David Banner said he don't go nowhere where he's not accepted, and this is where I'm talking about where black men really heal. You don't even go like for example, I'm traumatized by 45th Street, 45th and James. Like that's where I grew up with. I didn't got in fights. I've been shot at. All types of weird shit. Yeah, all types of weird shit happened there. I don't care how.
Sorry to hear that, man. After 4-5.
Yeah, no, but a lot. I was cool with a lot of them, but I'm just saying like it was just active in that area.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
but
they was.
I'm traumatized by that. Like I work over in the area right now, and I got to keep my gun on me. And I'm a grown man with no problems and no issues, but just my trauma of dealing with the streets at that point in time. I don't like that neighborhood. So again, what I'm trying to say is I don't go nowhere where I'm not accepted. And if I ever, like that's why I don't go to clubs anymore because I got
say
into.
not accepted. What exactly are y'all?
What'd you say?
Let's
Now,
watch the clip.
yeah,
let's watch the clip. We'll be right back with y'all.
People mistreat me, I don't come back. That's one thing that age has brought to me. I'm not going to no place where I feel like a motherfucker gonna kill me or don't like me. Yeah, we too old for that. Because there's some place on this earth where someone loves you And I believe you should be in the place that people love you and they care about you and they adore you. So you can spend more time vibrating than protecting yourself or having to look over you. Like, I don't want all that, man. People mistreat people.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I agree 1,000%. So yeah, no, I've learned that through my wife is the only child, and so me having siblings and us taking in a lot of people, we didn't really guard ourselves carefully. I was probably more guarded than my siblings. We all get that big heart from my mom. What I get from that is dope. That's right on point. I preach that a lot. That's just having wisdom and knowing who to bring within your space. And so what he's saying is when he say not accepted, right? I'm not going over here if I feel threatened. Why would you be there? That's not wise, right? We know that now. We from the street. We can see where to go and where not to go. If I see the enemy over here, I see danger, I'm going left now.
Well, what I took from Bernie, not to
no, go ahead.
pick on Bernie in this situation, but what I heard from Bernie is, nigga, it don't matter. I'm with the shits, but I'm saying, like, do you ever be
but
like?
Bernie's wise. He ain't going anywhere. When we were young, yeah, that's the point. He ain't gonna be putting himself in dumb situations. Yeah, that's through growth, and we done seen all that.
Well, with the David Banner clip for me, I realized that my family didn't really fuck with me, and this is when I really became a loner.
See, that's what I was gonna say. It's more avenues in life. It's more areas that he's saying like that. Like you say, your family. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my family,
even your friends.
My family,
even
out of my
the
mom.
friends. If you got friends that like
anybody that ever watched the show, we've been on for 4.5 years. They know the story. My mom's had a birthday party. My mom was mad at me, and she didn't want me there. And the family was like, "You got to leave." And ever since then, when my own loved ones was telling me I wasn't even welcome at my mom's birthday party, which me and my mom had these conversations all the time about how much it fucked me up mentally. You know, and to be honest with you, Carl was the escort out. Like, my cousin Carl is the one that escorted me out of, she didn't put his hands on me or nothing like that, but they're like, dude, you gotta go or we're gonna have to fight. And I'm like, I'm not fighting this fucking gorilla. So I left, and me and Carl didn't talk for 2 years behind that shit. So when we rekindled our relationship, I told him how bad he hurt me in that situation because I don't give a fuck what the situation is. And I learned this about life too. And I'm just saying, like, with me, I always try to give family the benefit of the doubt, but I did learn blood is not thicker than water. And I don't care to fuck with, I don't care if you're my auntie, my uncles. I'm going to show you respect, but I'm not going in your presence if you make me feel like I'm not accepted.
Absolutely.
And so many people struggle with that, and that'll fuck with your mental health too.
Because it goes back to that family. A lot of people, we're family, that's your blood. And me and my wife always talk about this when you know how when you go to a funeral and anybody come in, the daughter or the son is crying. And there's one pastor I follow, Dr. Vernon. He said he do a lot of funerals. He say some of these. He always asks them, "How was your relationship with this individual?" Because a lot of times people cap it and they crying because it's a loved one. And just because we family, unfortunately, that as you get older, you realize family ain't always it. If you're not being treated right, not being respected, and not being accepted. To David Banner's point, you got to learn to guard yourself and move wisely so you don't get hurt.
My mom was on her deathbed. Thank God she's still alive. Probably about a year ago, they thought my mom was gonna die because she had like fluid on her lungs. And I'm talking about, I thought my mom was dead. I'm gonna be honest. I just said this to my sister the other day. I thought my mom was dead, and my mom, like a few of her last words was, "I don't want them bitches up here." So, and who she was talking about was her sisters, right? And when my mom said that, I was like, damn, my family's so fucked up, even when I'm dying. But I understood my mom's logic. You ain't been fucking with me this long. Don't come up here and boo-hoo and watch me die.
It's the relationship.
Yeah,
bro.
It is.
It is. And that's real. And, I'm glad she's still here. And life teaches us that, right? When we're young, we don't know better. You're young, it's your sibling, your cousin, or whatever. And especially being in gangs, you're around all this energy because y'all have a common interest. None of us got dads, we all skipping school, whatever the case may be. When you get older, the prayer is that you get that grace and learn how to protect and guard yourself. Some people never get it. I thank God I got it. So if your energy bad and you don't rock with me, you can't respect how I move and all that, I'm gonna keep it distant.
Bernie, what about you?
I feel like you gotta know who you is. You just gotta know yourself. You gotta believe in you. That's what I feel like. Like I'm saying, you gotta just believe in you. Some people don't like you, or your auntie, she don't like you, or your uncle don't like you because they see something that could be good in you, but like my family personal. I'm the type of guy that you ain't gonna see me if you will see me if I'm mad. You will see me. I wear my emotions. You can tell them. But mostly I'm a happy, upbeat guy, and even when I'm like that, I still could be going through something, but you don't see it. A lot of people don't like that. I come around, I'm upbeat.
Man, you sound like
too
me.
cheerful.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So people that turn people off. Like I hate that motherfucker. And I've been like that like my family then told me, like, man, yes.
You
Nigga,
know,
when you come in here and you be up, nigga, we sometimes
and look at you now.
hate us.
But
The job, you go to your job, you know, like you say, how humble. Like I'm saying, I'm humble. You know what I mean? I used to be a dope boy. I used to be living a life in. I used to laugh at people that had jobs. I mean, not laugh, but I used to feel sorry for people that actually went and worked a job. You know what I mean? So when I'm working when I'm saying I work the job, I'm humble. You know what I mean? I can be.
But I do agree with you on the energy that you give. Like me, I realized like I got canned from a company recently, and I knew it was just my vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm telling
I'm
you,
the coolest nigga in the
yes,
room. The
yes,
women
that's
think
what
I'm
we was trying-
handsome.
yeah.
Like they gonna get me the
Yes.
fuck up out of here.
Yes.
But
Yes.
you can't stop. I like what you said. You can't
Yes.
stop being you, because what happens is that
Exactly.
energy will reciprocate eventually.
Yeah.
A la you in a good situation, you've done professional fights, but a lot of it came from you could have been down by people feeling like you upbeat. For example,
Yeah.
your family being like, "Man, fuck Bernie, he always happy."
Yeah.
That could have drained your energy.
Yeah.
But you kept being you.
For a long time, it did. I didn't even go to no family functions really or nothing. I stayed. My family was really the streets. My homeboy, I used to go to Miss Rose's house. I used to go over them for Thanksgiving. That's where I felt, you know what I mean, like that. Yeah. That's where my thing was. And then when I started transitioning my life from everything, I started to think about that. Had to forgive my family. Had to forgive the street. Had to forgive a lot of stuff to, you know what I mean, to move forward.
But when because I gotta ask you this for my personal self.
Yeah.
For my personal self, when you said forgive your family, I forgave my family, but I ain't fucking with them.
No, yeah.
You guarding yourself now. You guard it.
Yeah.
But like I don't have a problem. I was, hey auntie, hey, but I'm not fucking with you.
I think the key is not to let the bitter seed grow and you become bitter.
Yeah.
And you can still go to the function and say, hey, and love on them, but no, I ain't bringing you there.
Yeah.
But hey, how you doing? And
Yeah.
keep it pushing.
Yeah.
You can't let that energy bring you in. And again, me being a man of God, right, Lord, don't allow me to get bitter because of this. Because as you evolve, right, the hate and all that comes as we are successful men here. It happens.
And yeah, as long as you're moving in with integrity, I don't care what it is. If I didn't mean to, if I mean it right, I don't care.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's
You know
on
what?
you.
You know what? I know y'all relationship is genuine because you got Bernie up here. I've been trying to get this motherfucker up here for a year. He said I did, but I didn't want to pull the messages up on you. But I like y'all relationship. You can tell this your real bro because you pulled up with him.
It's my guy right here. You know, like I say, yeah, man.
Oh, I want to have a conversation about. Carl told me to have this conversation.
I feel like me and him like dirty, like you know, we dirty, like I opened up dirty to a lot of stuff because he told me. Feel me?
Yeah.
But dirty, I know he like you know, he just a bigger guy, so he said his walk, you know what I mean? It's like they move around with dirty. With me, they kind of like hyenas, like they want to circle me and get me, but dirty, they like they gonna get back. So I say dirty like a bigger I'm a little version of him. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
That's dope, man. So I wanted to have this conversation while I got you up here because my cousin brought it to my
and
attention.
he the only one I'm gonna call. If I call, like, you know, say if I'm in the streets, you know, I'm gonna call dirty. If I got one person, I'm gonna call dirty. Not saying I can't handle nobody.
Ever in the streets again. You're 43 years old.
I'm saying, yeah. Even right now, you crazy. You crazy. Somebody messing me serious saying I gotta get him. You crazy. I'm gonna say, dirty, at least watch. Just hold everybody else back.
I want to have this conversation real quick because I heard Carl told me this. I don't even remember this, but I had one day I thought Terrence Crawford was going to lose a fight, and I thought it'd be perfect because Bernie up here. But he said that you said to me and you got into it on the post. This I didn't even know this, but I wanted to make this. Yeah. He said that yes. He said that me and you was arguing. I got into it like that, but we was arguing about the Crawford fight. Yeah. And you said it's funny to me that Omaha niggas would ever go against Crawford.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, it was me.
Damn.
But and I wanted to save it for the show. But I want to make a point. And then we got the expert here, and he's also a Crawford buddy, so I gotta have a conversation to be genuine.
Let's do it. Let's get it.
I can't remember what fight it was, but it was a fight that I thought Crawford could lose. Mm-hmm. And
was it Errol Spence?
Hell, I thought he was going to lose to Errol Spence too, so I ain't going to hold you.
You did?
I did.
Oh, you trash, bro.
I'm sorry.
You trash,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
Nah, you trash, bro.
I didn't
Trash,
know,
bro.
I'm not like I
You
told
trash,
you. I'm
bro.
not technical.
To not even know, and then to say you just gonna go with this nigga and he from the
No,
town.
I know. I thought Earl Spence was buff as fuck though. I thought.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
But
Terrence
to go
Crawford is.
against your own
I think-
home,
I thought
Let's
Terrence
go
Crawford
back.
was
Get
little.
back to that. Let's get back to the.
I thought Terrence Crawford was little though. I'm just being honest. I thought size alone, Earl Spence shoulders. I look at boxers' shoulders.
Yeah.
His shoulders was way bigger than
big
Crawford.
back and all
Yeah,
that. But
yeah,
TV
so-
make them all look
But
big,
Crawford,
right?
he made that man look so
Yeah,
fucking
big
bad.
and
I
bad.
apologize to Crawford on the show. I swear to God, I had a
Shout
show and I
out to Bud,
apologized.
man.
Still
Shout out to
though, I
Bud.
don't even know how. All right.
So I can't remember which fight it was,
Yeah.
but I wanted to make a point about like rooting for Crawford. I always root for Crawford, but as a sports fan, I feel like it's being biased if you go against him. But I have to. Like, if I feel like Crawford is not going to win, I'm going to say that.
Yeah, you got the right to that, yeah.
And Crawford said he was going to come on the show, and I was going to have this conversation with him too. Do I think he's one of the best fighters out? Yes. But if he fight a certain person and I feel like he's not going to win, I don't feel like because he's from Omaha, I'm going to say he's going to win.
Right.
So that's what my logic was behind the post.
Yeah.
I can't remember who he was fighting, but it had to be a big
But you
motherfucker.
can't just come out like that with folks and without having no solid nothing.
Oh, man,
You
I
just
stay,
can't come
I
out
stay
with
away
just.
from the Crawford
just can't-
conversation. He got to be the cousin.
I don't care who it is though. If you even anybody though, it doesn't matter who it is. You gotta come with facts. If
So
you're
you-
talking to say why you feel this guy could be,
I got
to
facts.
say it's
I
big
just said
shoulders and
size.
say that you know.
Yeah, I said,
Size.
no, I didn't say it because I thought I don't want Crawford to win. I
Size.
said it because I thought the dude was just. I'm one of those dudes that when I look at a boxer, last fight he just fought, to me he was way bigger than Crawford, and I felt like Crawford felt his strength. And this is just me going off of physical appearance. You said it about him. If I'm going off of physical appearance, Crawford.
How many
is,
times you watched the fight? Just
that
time.
that one fight?
I ain't. Yeah, you ain't rewatched
No, I
it.
ain't rewatched it.
Exactly.
But I paid for the motherfucker.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. When
damn,
you
I
watch
put
it in the
$80
movie, you
for
don't. Then you really see it. Then
So
you know
let me.
you
So
see
what
it.
I. So if your question was asking me, why was I?
What like? Do you feel
Saying
like because
you're
Crawford's from the town?
I mean, so where I was going with that is, and again, but don't, again, a lot of that is competitive back and forth. You entitled, whether you from Omaha or not,
Yeah,
you
facts.
entitled to your opinion. We grown men.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of that is just talking stuff. I'm Team Crawford for life, so I'm going to talk my stuff back too. But what I was just saying is, because you see these behavior, and me living in Atlanta and seeing the support there, and so I've been on the outside. I've been in Atlanta 20 years. So I could see how they thrive, the black excellence, and I see where we don't. And so to say that to me, and like Bernie said, unless you coming with facts, and I don't remember exactly how it was, but just to come on there and just say he gonna lose or whatever, and not have no facts, and you from the town, it's kind of like, how could you be against your city and we don't have nothing anyway? That's really why I was going with it. Omaha don't have too much to look forward to, so you got this man that's really from the culture where we from. I'm a right, but to your point, you're right. That's just my way of thinking. You're entitled to that. That don't make it right, but that's just me
I
as
think
a
a little
territorial.
bit of the
I'm
bitterness.
territorial,
I ain't gonna lie. A little bit of the bitterness, I'll admit, right now on the show, was he promised he'd come on the show, and he did.
But here it is.
And he did. He
So
told
you
me
was
to
just
message
kind of
him.
bitter talking.
No, well, it was more than that. It was he was on a press run. Smartest Dumb People was popping
Yeah, you
right
causing
now, and he
controversy.
told me I'm gonna come on the show. Hit me on Instagram. And I was like, you little anyway, nigga, I knew you'll lose. Like that was just a little bitterness in me. But I do fuck with Crawford. I'm just saying, like, I really do think the dude is talented. But what I do like about Crawford the most is I know for a fact he's a fucking dog. And if you got a dog, I'm talking about Kobe mentality. I got it in certain aspects in sports like basketball and playing a video game. Some people just are competitive. We can shoot $20 right now that I make it in the trash can. I'm gonna really try to beat you. That some people just, and that's how Crawford is. He's just a natural
But
dog.
what hurts me also is when you like his humility, right? He don't gotta be doing what he does for the city and being that humble and being out here. So when you see a humble person like that, and for our city to just for some people to go in there and just be saying what they say, it's like, dang, y'all just be hating, you know.
I
But
don't hate him.
it is I ain't saying you in this case. I'm just saying in general. But at the end of the day, people are entitled to their opinion. I'm a competitive guy. I'm a territorial guy. So if I rock with you, I rock with you. So
but in the sport, all right. So if you rock with him, you rock with him. Again, you have to. You a trainer. You part of the team.
No, I believe in him. I know it. I ain't got to. I know him. I've seen him since he was 8 years old.
But
I
ain't
know
like
it.
you
We
can say
talking about Bud Crawford.
But you ain't gonna never get on what you should never. I don't even want to put you in that. Don't even say that.
You
I'm
can't
talking to
beat him.
That's why.
You ain't gonna beat him.
But all right, so
That's what
you
I'm
be a
saying.
Team
I don't
Crawford.
care.
So you be a Team Crawford, and I want you to answer this from a humble standpoint.
Okay.
You know in your heart Crawford might lose this fight. Would you admit that to yourself?
I
Or
wouldn't.
you just a team person?
I wouldn't let it. But don't get me wrong, because the last fight, I seen the weight. I used to box, so I know. I seen differences when he fought that dude with the weight. I had my opinions, but me knowing Bud and being a friend and loving for him, praying for him, and really wanting to see him thrive.
Right.
I never even allow. Even if I think it is, it's gonna be like, damn. When I'm watching them fights, it's intense. I'm like, damn, because I boxed when I was young and Bud was like, get him dirty in my corner. Bud was small, so it's a different dynamic when I see Bud fight. Even if I have a doubt, I'm not gonna let it. The inside of me is just like.
We had some really talented. I don't want to stick on boxing, but I want to say this publicly.
Yeah.
We had some really talented boxers, and I will say we had Bernie, we had Rashad. Rashad and Bernie was the best two fighters in Omaha, Nebraska. They was winning Golden Gloves at the time.
Rashad?
Yeah,
Rashad.
So,
Rashad.
and he's been on the show. Do you think if you had social media Bernie in your prime, because like I said, Bernie was beating up gang members. He wasn't just beating up boxers. He's beating up the streets and in the ring beating up the streets. In the ring. Do you think that you would have been a professional champion?
I could have been a professional champion, but I had other outside in my life,
Streets.
So it wasn't about social media. It was more, the life I live, so.
Social media definitely plays a part. Like, even you.
But I would never get in social media because we not like that.
Yeah,
this is something new. We are really being somebody that we are not doing this. You understand?
That's a fact.
If we would laugh at us for doing stuff like
Back in
this,
the day,
that,
right,
you know what I mean? Because
we didn't do camera. We from the no camera. And
Yeah.
cats older than us, the big homies, they still be awkward with cameras on and things and looking at me
Oh, for sure.
weird and all that. But at the end of the day, I'm a hustler, so I'm going to adapt to what's happening and I'm going to get to it.
But even your strategy with everything you got going around, like I said, Bernie got a big person. Like, don't let this motherfucker sit over here because he ain't talked a lot. He got the biggest personality in the room. I'm talking about he could be in the club and you can just see him, this little dude, like, he got the biggest personality. And like I told Bernie, he really is a social media personality, even though he don't want to be because he's from the streets.
Yeah.
But when you sitting and cussing out these old analysts, the shit is funny and it's entertaining because we know he's not just saying this. You can talk to a Skip Bayless and stand on business because you know about boxing, you box yourself, and you really did it.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't do that, and you got the personality to
Most
do
of them on YouTube right now, they don't know nothing about no boxing.
Check out Bernie the Boxer. What's your YouTube page?
Bernie the Boxer.
Bernie the Boxer.
Come on, man. All platforms. YouTube Music, you hear me? Instagram, Cash App.
You do music?
Steve
Bernie,
Penn.
you ain't rapping?
I got my own song. You ain't heard my song?
That shit hard.
Exactly.
You rapping?
You didn't hear me in the ad libs? I got credit on the song. I'm on the ad libs.
So it was somebody else rapping it though, right?
Steve Penn. Shout out to my boy Steve Penn at ATL, man.
Yes,
All right, so I want to
sir.
have this conversation. I don't think I want to do the cop. We can leave that alone. Did y'all want to talk about the Omaha shooter? Nah, I really don't because it's family members and it's too early and it's too sore.
And I don't know.
Let's talk about this. Y'all always have a relationship topic. You've been talking. I've heard you say my wife probably about 25 times a day. Shout out to your wife.
Shout out to my wife.
But you could just tell when a man got a good woman. You could just tell because when a man got a good woman, he like even my situation. You want to brag about him. You want to let the world know like this is my this is my lady. We rocking and we doing this shit together. So many men, especially let's be honest, black men struggle with openly talking about their relationship because it's frowned upon. I feel like personally, if you don't talk about it openly, you're a scumbag. Because I used to be a scumbag and I didn't want my relationship public because I wanted to still be able to do my thing on the side.
And that's what most of it be though.
But when you really glowing, because you glowing, bro. Pause, respectfully. You're glowing because you happy. You got a great wife. Your wife is teaching you about you and your wife did it together. And now look at you. Now you got a book out. Now you on platforms talking about it. And who started? I ain't gonna give her all that credit, but she motivated you and said, "Babe, maybe we should look at this."
He who findeth the wife findeth the good thing and will obtain favor.
I tell you what, I wanted to start a podcast. True story. I wanted to start a podcast. And I sat at home. My cousin, I ain't gonna shout him out for this lazy motherfucker. We wanted a podcast for 8 years before a podcast became popping and popular. We were supposed to call it The Barbershop. Yeah. Carl kept procrastinating. We were supposed to meet at the barbershop, record a show. Never happened. Yeah. 6 months later, LeBron James come out with The Barbershop.
Wow.
So fast forward, I'm having this conversation with my new girlfriend, and I'm like, I really wanted a podcast. She's like, what you need, babe? Boom, boom, boom. Next day, we putting shit together.
Wow.
Boom. So, and I'm being honest with you, my fiance is a huge part of my podcast success because without her, I wouldn't even have the footwork to do it because I was so used to being around procrastinators. So when you got a fucking good woman in your life,
Shout out to the fiance.
yeah, shout out to the ladies.
Yes, sir.
When you got a good woman in your life, they motivate you to do the right shit. And it's
Yes,
just like, and you don't even know, like she can be like, babe, I want you to go to this party. And then the party gets shot up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they have this intuition that men don't, we kind of like dumb as rocks at times, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been around a lot of dumb men, and I'm telling you, like when you find the right woman, they'll change your whole fucking life.
Right.
Let's get to this topic because we was about to talk about it anyway. I'm sorry, we kind of went on. But this young lady comes out and says marriage is like sex. She said it's like the sex trade, but let's let her talk about it. I don't fucking know.
Very controversial to say. Marriage also is sex work because a lot of women, what they're doing is women engage in marriage from a place where, okay, he's gonna take care of you financially and there's a home for you both to live in. What you are doing is you're fulfilling a role. So you're going to either be some sort of like homemaker, homekeeper, you're raising and rearing the kids. You are partnering with him and sleeping with him in the hopes that the trade-off will be that you get validation, love, and upkeep. And the man understands and believes that if he continues to fulfill that role for you, then the arrangement works because marriage is an arrangement. Now, why I say it's prostitution is because whilst it's not necessarily on the surface, you're fucking for a transactional exchange, there's something that you're fucking for.
I get what you mean.
Activities where I'm being paid. But what's really interesting about this conversation?
She basically was saying how a wife is no different than a sex worker. The only difference is she is exchanging, instead of sex, she's exchanging goods, like taking care of the home, doing these things. But she also said, which I didn't play in the clip, she also said that a man will leave a wife once she gets too fat, once she gets too ugly, or she's getting sick and from cancer and she's getting ready to die and they need sex elsewhere. What's your opinion about when it comes to like women and relationships? Do you believe that it is like a transaction as a prostitution when it comes to relationships?
I mean, it's so many different perspectives, right? Because if we talking from a spirit perspective, it's totally different. Because marriage is a God ordained thing. It's a covenant. You saying till death do us part, through thick,
Yeah.
But again, from a regular worldly perspective, it's going to be a totally different perspective.
Yeah.
Sound like, what I would just say about her, sounds like she's dealt with some trauma. She's been hurt. And a lot of times you got to go back and see that person's past and why is she thinking that way? Why is her thinking that way?
Yeah.
So it goes way back to the generational curse, daddy's, mama's mama, whatever could have been happening. It's a reason she think that way. So I really can't, my perspective on it is definitely not what she said, because again, man, when you married, that's a thing, a covenant under God saying I do. And, but not to say people still don't get divorced and all that, but what I'm saying is this conversation is so broad because if you spirit, you're going to have one way of thinking of it. And if you a worldly person that's just saying this, you're going to have a different perspective.
I like what you said earlier, Bertie. Say what you said earlier when I was kind of bringing this up. You was talking about when you was a kid, not you, but when you were a kid and you want to date a girl, what you would do?
Oh, yeah. You're going to naturally do stuff.
You're going to naturally pay for stuff.
You're going to naturally do stuff. That's just it's just in your nature.
To court a woman, to do things like get her flowers, to buy her, like I'm going to pay.
Yeah,
I'm going to pay.
That's all I always know. But then
she was scarred.
But then again, you know what I'm saying? But then, she gonna do stuff for you too.
Do you like being a provider for a woman? Do you like being I know you're a provider, but do you like being a provider?
Now wait a minute, hold on. Like I say, I can never say that I'm just gonna do everything for a woman because I couldn't put that self on me, and I wouldn't want her to have that much nothing just waiting on me. I gotta wait on Bernard to do everything. No, because what if something happens to me? I'm gonna need her to be. I need her to do everything. I need her to do everything. I need her to be tough, because you know what I mean. So even as my women, they always been my friends. When I had a woman, she was my friend. If I called her my girlfriend, she was my girlfriend. We was friends too, though. I respected them. So I feel like, you gonna do stuff for them. Ain't no woman. I couldn't be with a woman if she felt like I had to provide for her or I gotta buy stuff for her. Or if she asked me, I'm gonna probably say no.
I feel like as a man, me personally, as a man, I take pride in being a provider. Yeah. And if I was ever a millionaire, I wouldn't want my wife to work. You know what I'm saying? So we're not in that situation, obviously, but
Why?
why? Because
But everybody's
your wife
home
do?
is going to be everybody's house to whatever works for that household.
Yeah.
And we're in a different
Facts.
world, right? And again, so all these are big conversations.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it was all traditional. The man worked, woman stayed at home, made the babies, took care of the kids. The man out cheating, got 7, 8 wives. They was accepting it. From then to when my mom's mom, and all that, you know, we've changed. We've come so far now.
Yeah.
Today, whatever works for your household. But I agree with you. If I was able to provide to where my wife didn't have to necessarily have a 9 to 5, but but we have to take. I believe in let's take care of each other.
Yeah.
Let's compete. I want to go all out and do for you, and I want you to have that same drive to want to please me. And
I would rather provide and have my wife as my personal assistant.
But a
which
woman gotta have a purpose too, man.
That's
I know to help you,
that's
but
the
not
word.
just sit
All
up
right,
there
so
and wait on
all
you.
right, so Bernie,
But
say,
she gotta have a drive.
say for example, Bernie the boxer take off, right? And you decide to get engaged or married or whatever you decide to do.
I'm married.
he is married.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I didn't, sorry, I didn't mean no disrespect.
Yeah.
But so say for example, Bernie the boxer take off, right? You wouldn't want your wife to just take care of the paperwork and make sure she becomes your manager, because that's what I would want my wife to be.
But what if the woman don't, not to interrupt, but what if she don't want that? You're saying what you want for your wife. What about what she wants?
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's
Yes.
a different story. But that's a
Yeah.
conversation
All
to be had. But I'm just saying. But
Then
I
she would desire.
Yeah.
Right.
What I would desire now. She said, "Motherfucker, I want to go to work. I don't want to be your fucking manager. Cool, I'll pay a manager."
Right.
But I'm saying, like, I just want the option of my wife not having to work.
Yeah, I feel
I
you.
like being a provider, bro. Like, I like coming home with money, saying, "Here, do what you got to do."
That's sweet.
That's what. And I know it sounds like a
I
sin.
don't like
No,
that.
that
I
ain't
know.
don't say it's a sin, because it's
I don't
all
like
about
that.
upbringing. If that's your desire, that's okay.
I just
that
always wanted
could
a
be
real family.
That could be a gift too. A lot of men, but we come up in this ghetto way of thinking, and we come up around niggas who players, pimps, and or that's what they calling themselves. So we weren't groomed by men to show these things.
Yeah,
You know
facts.
what I'm saying? So that's a gift you got.
I try to tell my homeboys all the time, what made me want to be faithful is seeing how many of my friends and motherfuckers around me wasn't. And I was like, damn, the same way I thought about the streets. It's no different than the way. So as I brag about my lady all the time, and you might see me post her a lot, it's because, bro, what happened is I see so many men that are like ashamed of their woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I put my woman in this light because I feel like I do better when she's in this light. Kind of like I said with you. You mentioned your wife multiple times, and I guarantee you it's going to come back 10 times fold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And one thing about what I've learned as a businessman, having one woman works for me because I can focus on what I need to be focused on. When you got all these several women and you all over the place, how is that really going to affect your income and your status of doing this and that? Right. So you get the one woman you like, if that's your lady, she pleases you in those areas, and then you, as men, you get your hustles.
You got something to say, Bernie?
No, I'm listening to him. Like, it could all work for whoever you is. Some people got plenty girls.
Some people, yeah.
Some and they happy, or I ain't gonna say you happy.
Nobody's
but you could
happy
rotate
with plenty
it.
girls.
I know, because they
happy sexually, probably. But
yeah.
Come on, man, that's
plenty
several
problems.
different headaches.
They plenty problems.
But that took growth. When we was younger, you could probably manage all that, you know.
Hey guys,
but I feel like like I say, not just give her with everything.
Birdie's coming back, but hey guys, now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends and Caucasians. This is the smartest dumb people. Anthony, that dude Johnson, Bernie the boxer in the building. You got to come back. I need you back. Listen, I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
You
Appreciate
deep.
you.
Make sure y'all check out the Mobile Home Rush. How can they get a copy? How can they find you on Instagram?
Find me on Instagram, mobilehome_tycoons. Click on my QR code. Click on the link in my bio. And again, I got the mentorship coaching program. We got books. I got digital copies. You can order the ebook. Reach out to me. Those who know me, I'm in the city today. If you want to get your copy, inbox me. Let me know. I will pull up on you.
And he said he was going to buy my mobile home. So, I mean.
I didn't say that.
Yeah. Hey, look, this is Smartest Dumb People. Anthony, that dude Johnson. Y'all have a great night.
Hey, yo, what's up? Have you seen the Smartest Dumb People podcast?
Yo, are you dumb?
I'm getting smarter just thinking about it. Politics, sports, your mama, whatever. The Smartest Dumb People podcast cover everything. With Anthony, that dude Johnson, and special guests, you're about to learn everything you need to know about everything you need to know. Man, I even had to buy a new pair of glasses after watching the show. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all join on Facebook, Instagram.